Let me show you how to make a test cord that you can use to test the motor on a direct drive washer made by Whirlpool. You will need the wire harness from a junked Whirlpool made direct drive washer and the start capacitor. Here are all the parts needed to make the test cord. The motor wire harness from a junked Whirlpool made direct drive washer. A start capacitor also from the junked washer. An extension cord or regular cord about 10 feet long. The plug side of an electrical wire, make sure it has only 2 terminals. A 2 to 3 prongs adapter like this one. And an on and off switch to turn the tester cord on or off. Take this piece with the plug and file this terminal to make it the same size as the other. Make sure that the plug fits the 2 prongs to 3 prongs adapter when you turn it either way. Now let me show you which wires you will need to cut out from the motor wire harness. Cut the orange, the green, the white with a black stripe, and the blue with a red stripe. When you finish, you should be left with the following wires: the red, the white, the yellow, and the blue. Connect the start capacitor between the terminals of the red wire. It should look like this. Here is another view of how the wire harness should look. Solder the wires of the cord with the 2 prongs to the red wire and the yellow wires like this. Insulate the connection with shrinking tube or electrical tape. It should look like this. Cut this end from the extension cord. Solder one end of the extension cord together with the white wire to one end of the 2 to 3 prongs adapter. Solder the other end of the extension cord together with the blue wire to the other end of the 2 to 3 prongs adapter. Insulate the connections properly. You could use shrinking tube, electrical tape, or liquid tape. Cut one of the extension cord's wire, and solder them to the on and off switch, between the 2 ends of the wire. Insulate the connections with electrical tape or shrinking tube. This is how the test cord should look when you finish making it. The motor connecting block. The start capacitor. The wires for the starting winding. These are the wires for the starting winding. Reversing these wires is how you could make the motor run clockwise or counterclockwise. The on or off switch. When you push in the button, the test cord is on. And when you release it, the test cord is off. To check a motor, connect the test cord plug to the motor. Connect the test cord to a 120-volt outlet. Hold the motor, being careful not to put your finger on any of the running parts of the motor. If you are not careful, you could hurt yourself. While holding the motor, press on the on and off switch. If the motor is good, it should run. To change the rotation of the motor, disconnect the start winding wires, turn them around, and plug them back on. Here is another sample on how to use the test cord to check the motor and the transmission. Connect the test cord plug to the motor. Connect the test cord to the 120 volts outlet. When you press the on or off switch, the motor should run. And when you stop pressing the switch, the motor should stop running. Unplug, and turn around the starting wires plug to change the motor running direction. Press the start button to start the motor on the drain mode. Stop pressing the start button to stop the motor for a few seconds. Press the start button again to start the motor on the spin mode. That was my way to make a test cord that you could use to test the motor in a Whirlpool-made direct drive washer. It also could be used to run the motor for any other purpose you need the motor for.